Good afternoon, YouTube. It is I, Danielle, better known as Danielle, the Happy Medium, and in this video, up for discussion today, and off the back of a question that somebody asked me, maybe about 3 weeks ago now, and I'm just getting around to doing the video, we're going to talk about power. What is it? Why do we need it? And how can we incorporate this into our mediumship and mediumship development? Many mediums don't realize that it is actually you who powers yourself off to the spirit world through the power of the thought. And it is also you and your power that holds your mind within the spirit world while you're doing communications. And many mediums don't understand sometimes that if we haven't built enough power, or if we are not at our very best, sometimes our connection can feel a little off, a little sort of, not quite hitting it, just not quite there in where we want it to be. Now, many people talk to me about how 1 minute it feels like the communicator is there and the next minute the communicator is not there. What you're really telling me is that you pulled your power away from the communication. You've pulled your mind away. You have taken your mind away from that particular said individual that you're working with, which ultimately makes it less and less easier for you to get the communication through. Also, if you're feeling really tired, or if you aren't feeling at your absolute best, like I say, you're not going to have as much oomph to get you over there and to keep you there. Now, I don't know if many of you on the channel have watched demonstrations of mediumships where certain mediums have decided to call time early, or have decided to pull out maybe 10-15 minutes before the demonstration is due to finish. That's normally because there's not enough power. Now, lots of mediums also, which you'll have heard psychic burnout or mediumship burnout, is where a medium has completely and utterly burned through all of their ordinary energy, now depleted into the reserves, and now there's nothing left within the power battery in order to basically do the work for the spirit world, which means that you need to either take a complete rest or you've got to pull out for a little while and then go back. And lots of mediums, including myself, have been down burnout route because we basically keep going and keep going and keep going and don't realize that we are burning massive amounts of energy when we're working for the spirit world. Everybody thinks that they get all the energy from the spirit world. Unfortunately, I'm here to tell you that's not how it goes. If that was the case, then each and every one of us would be, flying on full cylinders every time we connected to the spirit world. It is actually us, the instrument, who powers the communication and also powers our mind to the spirit world and keeps our mind there while we do communications. So when people say to me, how do I improve this? Sit in the power. Sitting in the power helps you to look after the instrument, which is one. And I did do a video, I think, in regards to this. I'll put at the end different types of sitting in the power. So some is relaxation, which is needed. So self-development of the said individual, which is the instrument. Relaxation, just sort of sitting in your own power. Replenishing. These things are really important to help the instrument. Also making sure that the instrument is powering on green, which if we were looking at a mobile phone, we won't be sitting in green all the time. We can sort of work in amber, but if we're working in red, we're going to struggle, we're going to run out, and eventually your phone switches off because of them things. So this is one of the reasons as to why we talk so heavily about sitting in the power. People think sitting in the power is nonsense. I've seen that and all. Unfortunately, I disagree, and that is an opinion of mine. It's not a fact, it's an opinion. But I have done lots of research on sitting in the power, and mediums who tend to sit in the power more tend to have more power, which means that they tend to connect really more, very easily, and reach a lot more simpler is the best way I can put it. But anyway, getting back to the topic at hand. Then there's also when we sit in the power, we are also developing our awareness within the spiritual realms, which allows us to understand the energy and understand power more. So our power versus the spirit world's power, or their energy versus our energy. So it's really important that we understand how to replenish these stocks, how to take good care. Making sure we are balanced as a medium is really, really important, because lots of mediums run themselves ragged, especially in the first couple of years. They get very excited, they're new to mediumship, it's all very, sort of exciting and sort of, and it's all so exciting, and then they burn themselves out, and then they sort of don't want to come back to it, or they sort of will step back for a little while and just sort of dip in and out after that. So learn to make sure that you have good quality time, which is away from spiritualism, i.e. not reading books, not watching videos, not doing this, not doing that, meaning you just take some time for you as the individual. It's a short video, this one, but one I feel is important and one that needs to be talked about in order so people have a bigger understanding of it. Why is it that power is so important? It's so very important if you want to keep that steady connection to the spirit world. Got to remember as well, there's always going to be an effect of the power because we're running our day-to-day life. We've got to remember a lot of the power we have is for the day-to-day things down here. So we've got to make sure that our stocks are at the best possible place so that we can still do our day-to-day things and also still work for the spirit world. So let me know how you think of this video. Give it a thumbs up. Let me know how you do create your power, or sort of keep your power at the very best you can possibly as a medium. Light up the comments box. Let me know. Have a great day, and I will see you all later in the week. Bye for now.